BTV Video Sports as the handshakes go on. The Tigers in the white with the black and orange trim. The Trojans with the maroon and gold. And we're all set for high school basketball. Jumping it up will be Labby and Carroll. We mentioned this is the first meeting of two. These two teams will face each other February 19th at Linnell Gymnasium, which will be on a Friday night in Saco. So if you couldn't make it to this one and you're viewing this one on TV, you have another chance to see these teams in action. As ball being bobbled around a little bit, and they're going to call out of bounds, I believe, on Thornton Academy, and it'll be Biddeford's ball. So we're in the opening seconds of this one. And Dutrumble will inbound it. He goes to Petrie in the corner. And that's Magnet. Dutrumble and air ball over the basket just around the three-point area. Speaking about 3 points, Jay Agresti, number 23, is we're going to pick up a foul on Magnet, number 10 for Biddeford. Speaking of the three-point shot, number 13 for Thornton Academy, he's deadly from that range. He's hit numerous three-point shots this season, so watch for him. One of the leading scorers, probably the leading scorer for Thornton Academy, has to be Agresti. DeRoche is also a key to watch in this one. Chris Summer had a football injury this year to his thumb, I believe, or his finger. Kept him out of the lineup most of the football season. Had to be kind of discouraging. He's in there, 33 at another guard spot. Only a junior. They give Summer plenty of room, and that's DeRoche now being guarded by Ray Magnet. And stolen away. And that's number 10 driving, Magnet. It's no good. And Labby tries to muscle his way up, and they call traveling. Biddeford crowd thought it was a foul. And we get traveling. You know, watching the coaches in this game, it's very interesting. We had a chance to keep a close eye on Mike Tate and Ron Cody. It's really an intense game when Biddeford TA get together, and both of those really get into the action. As the ball being knocked around a little bit. We still have no score with 7:11 to go in the opening quarter. We're Tiger, Jim, and Biddeford for this Class A action. The 2-7 Tigers, the 2-5 Trojans. Ball goes inside to Labby. He turnaround jumper up and in, and he'll be fouled by, I believe, Kevin Carroll, number 51, should pick up the foul. And that's who it is. Carroll picks up the foul, so 2 points by Labby. Labby and Dutrumble should be supplying most of the scoring this evening for the Tigers as we're in the opening minute. Labby has had some outstanding games this year. 28 points against Noble, 21 against Portland, and he misses that foul shot. 17 against Westbrook, 30 against in a win against Bonnie Eagle. So Labby's really been outstanding. Kind of remind me of the Labby-Dutrumble combination. Remind me of the Boyer and Dumont for Biddeford, I think it was last year. A couple of outstanding players. As we're going to get a foul, I believe, and that's the second one on Ray Magnet. 2 already on Ray. Little sophomore guard, spunky little guard, him in St. Louis. Bill Poirier outside. Agresti will take that three-pointer if you give it to him, but they're going to make sure that they block the zone for that one. As Chris Summer makes a nice move, and here come the streamers, folks. Thornton gets their first 2 points by Summers, and you kind of knew that was coming. Okay, 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's all deadlocked at 2-2. Talking Thornton Academy, Biddeford will inbounds the ball. No instant replay on that one. One of the fans looked up here, so let's have an instant replay of that. No, I think we'll let that pass. Jamie St. Louis goes to Labby. Labby's not afraid to drive the baseline. He can be really aggressive underneath, and he draws the foul. When you drive the baseline and drive to the hoop, you're going to draw a lot of fouls during the course of the game. And there'll be a foul on Thornton Academy, and we're going to get our substitute right away for TA. 6:20 go in the opening quarter. We'll pick up the foul. Foul's on Kevin Carroll. He's already He's already picked up 2. So Magnet for Biddeford Carroll both have 2 fouls. And into the lineup is number 35. That's Jeff Chenard. When you bring Chenard into the lineup, you really don't give up any height. He also comes in at 6'4". First one by Labby is good. He has all the Biddeford, the 3 Biddeford points that they have thus far. And he misses the back end of a pair, and getting the rebound is Chenard. So Thornton Academy comes in with a couple of 6'4" players, Chenard and Carroll. Chenard is in there now. Agresti will take the 3-pointer off the back of the iron. Bill Poirier up off the rim. And DeRocha battles for the rebound. They go to Summer. Bounce pass nicely to Agresti. Misses it underneath. Agresti is having a hard time here in the opening couple minutes. 3-point shot is off the rim by Magnet. And with the rebound now, that's Summer. And bobble knocked away was by Petrie, but now Summers will slow things up. Almost stealing the ball is Magnet. Chenard makes a fake, goes to the hoop, and I believe might draw the foul. And I believe Dave Labby will get the foul for Biddeford. Third team foul. No, it's on Petrie. Okay, Petrie gets his first personal foul. Updating what's been going on in Biddeford and Thornton Academy action. We were fortunate enough to do a girls game with a Biddeford High School girls won that one quite handily. We'll get to that in a minute. Missing the first shot is Chenard. 63-37 of Biddeford girls varsity, led by 31 points. Heather Briggs won that one in Saco. The JV score, and we'll get to that in a second. Chenard misses both foul shots, but it'll remain Thornton Academy's ball. So Chenard misses 2 free throws. The JV girls action was 62-32. Biddeford also won that one big by 30 points. Long pass from Labby nice pass from Labby to Ray Magnet. Magnet really impressive in the early going. Remember, he's only a sophomore, so he's got a couple years left. Ron Cody has to be pretty happy with that, as Summers comes up short on that jumper. We're under 5 minutes in the opening quarter. Labby gets some room, but he's going to be fouled by Bill Poirier, number 43 inside. And Labby should get a couple shots for this. So Bill Poirier, third team foul now on both teams. Good intense battle opening few minutes of this one. We're going to round out what happened in other action. Biddeford JV, as Labby sinks the first one. This JV score in the boys game was the Tigers 62, the Trojans 48. So Biddeford has a 3-0 sweep as it stands right now. Labby misses the second one now, and we have a battle for the rebound, and DeRocha comes with it. But now Poirier and Poirier is pointing at Petrie. They look at each other, stare each other down, and boy, you know, when it's Biddeford Thornton, you can almost expect things like this, as they're still glaring at each other. Poirier is the kicker for Thornton Academy on the football squad. Didn't really see what happened. We're in the opening few minutes. It's 6-2. The Biddeford Tigers lead this one. And they're going to take Bill Poirier out right now to cool things off. Kevin Carroll and Chenard both in there, and both 6'4" people. The referees are over there warning Mike Tate and Ron Cody that they're going to set Petrie down right now. Let's cool things down. We know this is a rivalry. We know this is intense. Rick Gagnon replaces Petrie, number 25. So Biddeford counters with some height. Also, Gagnon comes in at 6'5". So Thorn will be inbounding things right in front of their own bench. And doing the inboundings will be Chris Summer. We mentioned both these teams really way down in the rankings, 17 and 18. Both beating the same teams in BE and Massabesic. But it really doesn't matter. It's just fun to be here, fun doing a Biddeford Thornton game. There's a lot of people here tonight enjoying this one. As we have a steal now, and Labby's just going to take it into the hoop, and he shows you his athletic ability. And Ron Cody is happy about that one, clapping his hands along the sideline. And really, Mike Tate wants a timeout right now as they got to stop Dave Labby. Dave Labby putting on a clinic. 4:33 to go in the opening quarter, and the Tigers up in this one 8-2. 6 of the 8 are by Dave Labby. 2 free throws and 2 baskets for 6 points. Ray Magnan has the other basket, whereas Thornton Academy is only counted with a little jumper from Chris Summer. We take a look at the Biddeford High School cheerleaders on the court. We got a little treat at halftime, a very nice treat. We're going to have a couple of the Biddeford cheerleaders on here for an interview. Hope you stay tuned for that. You know, I was telling some of my friends here in the stands that it's a tough job, but somebody's got to interview them. And it just happens that I get the nod to do it. You know, we see the Thornton cheerleaders and the Alorcha cheerleaders often during a year, and we usually get a couple girls on and we have them do a cheer and what have you. And but we never really get to see the Biddeford cheerleaders except at basketball games, so we figure we give them their shot. They're a little spot in the light, get to know them a little better. A couple members of the squad. We'll let them introduce themselves. We have the senior captain, and we have also a junior member of that squad. So we'll let them introduce themselves and talk a little bit about cheerleading, a little about where their plans are. So it's stolen now by Sean Dutrumbull, and he misses the layup, and we're going to get a foul. And I believe that might be on Rick Gagnon, the big 6'5" center. And as we pick things up here, Thornton will be inbounding it under their own basket. And that's who it's on. It's Rick Gagnon. So 4th team foul now on the Tigers. The Trojans have 3. But stick around for those interviews. And at the end of the game, we have another treat. So don't turn the channel, please. If you like high school sports and you like getting to know people, is hitting the hoop for Thornton Academy is Dana Lambert now into the lineup, a 5'8" junior. Dutrumbull goes just inside of the three-pointer, can't get it to go, and DeRocher gets the rebound off to Lambert. Lambert, a little bit of tricky dribbling. Over to Summer, they look cross-court, 3-point shot. Lambert looks like he's about willing to take any kind of shot if you give it to him. And the ball now goes out of bounds, and it'll be TA's ball in front of the Biddeford basket. Chris Summer will be inbounding it there. 3:50 to go in the opening quarter. We're at Tiger Gymnasium in Biddeford. My name is Andy Poirier. The cameraman is Bob McKinney. We're all here to enjoy this high school basketball action between the Tigers and the Trojans. And we're going to get a traveling call on Thornton Academy. So it'll be Biddeford's ball. Biddeford up in this one 8-4. This one is Friday, January 15th. These teams close out the regular season as we have a travel on Rick Gagnon now. We mentioned before, we'll probably be mentioning it a couple more times during the course of the evening because it's really nice to get down in person and see this thing and then catch it on BT Video Sports after. Going to be finishing out the regular season in Saco, Linnell Gymnasium. These two teams will finish out, like I said, the regular season. 3:24 to go. TA has the ball. They're down by 4. 3-point shot by Dana Lambert, and he hits. 3-pointer by Dana Lambert. So we get to see a 3-pointer, and Dana Lambert's come into the lineup and scored 5 of the Trojans, 7 points. One player we didn't really talk about before the game. Magnet misses, and Summers will quarterback, as he does in football, will quarterback the basketball team. DeRocher goes back out to Lambert. Lambert's one of those type of players that you give him 2 feet and he'll take the shot. And if he's accurate enough, he could have a big night. So the Trojans have the ball right now. 3-point shot is no good. Driving is Summer, and Summer, a good follow-up that time on the jumper, and Chris Summer has 4 points. So Chris Summer makes this one a Thornton Academy lead for the first time, 9-8. Now we're going to get a violation, a traveling violation. So it was a good timeout for Mike Tate. He called it when the score was 8-2, and with 2:16 to go, after the timeout, Thornton now leads this one 9-8. They've run off 7 consecutive first quarter points here, and we have a good basketball game. Good amount of people for the Biddeford Thornton basketball action. A lot of people come out to see this one. And we're going to get a foul on the Tigers. And the clock is still moving. They really haven't stopped the clock yet, and now it starts at 1:58. Biddeford now with their 15th foul. And picking up the foul, they have on the board Rick Gagnon, as the first one's hit by Agresti for his first point of the game. So Gagnon has his second personal foul. Magnan also has 2. And the second one's good. So the Trojans lead this one 11-8. A minute 50 to go in the opening quarter. 22 into the lineup for the Tigers. There's also in here, that's Don Perrault, a junior. Labby, a fall away jumper, and he hits, and he's going to be fouled. And Bill Poirier saying, "What did I do?" Foul is on Bill Poirier. And the shot was made by Dave Labby. Labby having a nice first quarter, leading it with 8 points. We talked about Labby and Dutremble. Dutremble's yet to get on the board. Labby's really the leader of this club. Speaking of Labby and the man with the ball now, Agresti. Coincidence? We talked to them before the game. They both agreed to come on camera after the basketball game. Labby's a senior, Agresti's a junior, a couple of leaders for their schools, for their basketball teams. Hopefully we're going to get some interviews. We're not going to promise anything. That's how we schedule things. We ask the kids, and they either agree or not agree to do it, and they both agree. They've cleared it with their coaches, so everything's all set. We're going to get a backcourt violation here as the pass was over the head of Agresti, and it'll be Biddeford Tiger basketball. We're all deadlocked at 11-11, Tiger Gym. It's a good one. A minute 16 to go in the first quarter. Bob McKinney at the helm at the camera, taking some very nice pictures this evening. And that's Perrault. And St. Louis hits for a three-pointer. That's the second three-pointer we've seen this evening. So St. Louis, number 23, gets to hit a three-pointer. And Agresti goes inside the three-point line, and he hits the jumper. And both teams heating up a little bit. 16-13. We're under 40 seconds to go in the opening quarter, and St. Louis decides to slow things down. Tigers have a three-point lead, and they may just want to shoot for the last shot, and that's what I think they plan on doing. We're under 25 seconds to go now, and they play a little bit of draw me out game here. That's Perrault, 22, and goes across court now to St. Louis. 10 seconds to go. Anytime he gets inside 6 or 5, they go, and Labby decides to go take the jumper, and he's going to be fouled by Poirier again. Poirier is not very happy with the officiating this evening and expresses his opinion to him. But Poirier will pick up his third personal foul, and he fouls Dave Labby with only 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Incidentally, the girls' game we did ended up at 16-13 after one quarter. Just a little footnote to throw in there. Heather Briggs put on a clinic in that one, 31 points, as Labby misses the first one of 2. Dave is now 3 for 7 from the line, just shooting under 50. They don't want Poirier to get any more foul trouble with only 6 seconds to go. So he comes out of the lineup, and we have Carroll going in and Chenard, the two big centers. As Labby hits the second one, And TA will get the last shot. Agressi may try a three-pointer off the glass, no good. And Labby comes down with the rebound to end the first quarter of play. So from Tiger Gym, after one quarter, it's the Tigers 17, the Thornton Trojans 13. We'll be back for the second quarter after this commercial message. Okay, as we see the Thornton Academy cheerleaders doing a little routine of their own between quarters, trying to rile the fans up, get the players going. We're going to pick up some stats here at halftime. At the end of the first quarter. Leading all scorers, Dave Labby, with 10 first quarter points. Dave Labby with 10 out of the 17 Biddeford points. St. Louis has a three-pointer for 3, and Magnan has the other two-pointer. Foul trouble, Gagnon has 2. Magnan has 2. For Thornton Academy, leading scorer is Dana Lambert with 5 points. Chris Summer has 4. Agressi has 4. Bill Poirier with 3 personal fouls. Kevin Carroll with 2. And that sums things up. We're 17-13. We're starting the second period of play. Ron Cody coaches the Tigers in his 12th year, as we mentioned. And Mike Tate in his 4th year. Both these teams have had their troubles in basketball. As Dutremble goes outside, he can't hit the 10-footer, and rebounds is DeRocha. We mentioned last year TA ended the season at 2-16, Biddeford 5-13. But Biddeford this year is 2-7. As we're going to pick up a foul, and it might be on Don Peralt, 22. And if it is, Agressi will be going to the line, so that's Don Peralt's first personal foul. We're going to talk also a little bit about upcoming games so you can get down to the local gyms and watch some high school basketball. As Agressi hits the first one, 3 for 3 from the line. We're going to go over Biddeford's schedule, I think, first. As soon as his foul shot, he's either missed or hit. And it's hit by Agressi. On January 22nd, the Tigers will be at Sanford, home the 26th, the Bonnie Eagle in January, at Lewiston the 29th. Missing that time is Labby, and he's being hammered inside, and it'll be Biddeford's ball. So those are the 3 games to look forward the week that you are viewing this. The 22nd at Sanford. This is the boys now. The home against Bonnie Eagle the 26th, and at Lewiston the 29th. And hits from outside as Sean Dutremble hits it for his first basket of the evening. And I believe we're going to pick up a foul as we'll get to the Thornton Academy schedule. And picking up the foul is Sean Dutremble, and that's only his first personal foul. Going to the line will be one guy you don't want to put at the line, Agressi. Okay, on Thornton Academy has a couple games as Agressi hits the first one. He's 5 for 5 from the line. We're going to go through the schedule. They have 2 games. At Edward Little the 22nd of January. Home against Cheverus as Agressi hits the 26th of January. Then their third game would be February 2nd. Home to Lewiston. So catch that action locally as Agressi hit those 2 free throws. He's now 6 for 6 from the line. Dutremble goes outside, and last year Dutremble was forced to play center, I believe. This year with Gagnon and with Dave Labby, Sean can take that outside shot. He can hit the outside shot. He's just having his problems thus far as Dave Labby picks up his foul. And that'll be Labby's first personal foul, I believe. Yes, it is. As the score is 19 to 17. The Tigers up by a pair. And at the line will be Chris Summer. Chris misses the first one, and Gagnon with the rebound. And the ball will go out off a Biddeford leg, maybe St. Louis's, and Summer kind of clenches his fist like saying good going. as we're going to have a replacement. That's Jason Kennedy coming in, 24 for Sean Dutrumbull. Kennedy is a senior, and he comes in at 6'1". He will be wearing 24. Summers fakes a shot, goes to the three-point land, and it's three-pointer from Agresti. And Agresti, so the two players we talked about, Agresti and Labby, who will supposedly be a postseason guest, post-game, I'm already thinking ahead, post-game guest, hits a three-pointer. Don Perrell can't get it to fall in and out, and the Trojans have a 20-19 lead. Fast break, but now Summers decides I'll slow things up. They go inside to Carroll. The ball deflected away and picked up by Labby. Outlet pass of Perrell was stolen away by Summers, and Agresti slows things down. Magnan getting ready to come back into the lineup as he waits his turn. We have 5:50 to go till halftime, and the Trojans lead at 20-19. Agresti goes with the jumper and hits. Jay Agresti, when he gets a hot hand, watch out. Agresti can be a very explosive player. He had 21 points when they beat Massabesic, 25 when they beat Lewiston, 15 in a loss to Portland. As Labby drives inside, Dave Labby hits. There's no question, Labby's a good basketball player. He's just a good basketball player. Oh, a deflection off Carroll to Chenard, and now a battle underneath. All the big guys battling for it right now. And we're gonna pick up a foul on Thornton Academy. And I believe Carroll might be picking up the foul. We're gonna get replacements. First, we'll pick up the foul as well. We'll see Dana Lambert and, okay, Summers picks up the foul, 33. So Chris Summer picking up his first personal foul. Coming into the lineup, as we mentioned, was Dana Lambert for TA, and for Biddeford, Ray Magnet. Magnet coming in for number 22, that's Perrell, as Gagnon can't get it to go. Three-point shot, oh, off the front of the rim by Agresti. He'll take that shot. What TA now has is a couple guys that can really go outside in that lineup right now, in Dana Lambert and Jay Agresti. Kennedy fakes nicely and goes inside to Labby. Good series of passes from Kennedy. Nice pass from Kennedy to Labby, and inside for the hoop. As Summers slows things down. Missed that one. Rick Gagnon coming up with the hoop. Had to ask help on that one. I was busy concentrating on the passes. 4:15 to go till halftime. It's a 23-22 Tiger lead. Inside they go to Summers, and he's going to be fouled by Jason Kennedy, who will pick up his first personal foul. And we get more replacements coming in. Kevin Carroll coming in, and Sean Dutrumbull coming in. Dutrumbull for Kennedy, and Carroll for the other big guy, Chenard, as Mike Tate was over talking to his two guards. And the first shot by Summers off the back of the iron and no good. Chris missing the first one. Chris is now 0 for 2 from the foul line. You know, Chris had that injury in football that really set him back for most of the football season. Played with a playing cast afterwards. He misses both shots. So 0 for 3 from the line is Chris Summer. We'll be looking forward to seeing Chris on the gridiron next year. 4:10 even to go till halftime. And the Tigers possess a 23-22 lead as Rick Gagnon goes to the line. And Gagnon is 0 for 1 from the line. The foul on the Trojans, as they're over there talking about it now, is 21. That's Steve DeRocha committing the personal foul. And DeRocha, we talked about him at the outset of the game. He's not on the board yet. Steve had a nice game in against Deering, scoring 19 points there. And also when they beat Massabesic, as the shot is missed, he had 14 in that one, 10 points when they beat Monteagle. So Steve can also put some points on the board as Gagnon, as we mentioned, misses that free throw. Agresti's going to drive, and I believe he'll be caught for steps. What we had that time was a 6'5" Gagnon guarding a 5'10" Jay Agresti, giving up about 7 inches in height. It was surprising that Jay tried the fall-away jumper there. And Magnan can't get it to go, and Dutrumbull battling for the rebounds at DeRocher. And while battling for the rebound, he almost hits the hoop, but I believe it would not have counted anyways because he'll pick up the foul. A little bit of banging going on. It's very aggressive inside. Labby and Dutrumbull play a good, very intense game inside. So Dutrumbull picks up his second personal foul. 3:44 in the first quarter. They're talking to Agresti now and really don't know what it's about. As now they come over to see Mike Tate about something, and I don't know, they were talking to Jay a little bit. Now they go to Mike Tate, and really don't know what's going on right now, and we can't read lips. If we could, we'd tell you what was going on. But we're not in the lip reading field. So Steve DeRocher at the foul line. Now we see Ron shaking his head. DeRocher misses. Now we're going to get a foul on Thornton Academy. And that one is going to be on Chris Summer, number 33. Chris Summers picks up his second personal foul. So Rick Gagnon at the line. Now Rick finally hits from the foul line. And the second one's missed. The battle for the rebound, and it's Labby and DeRocher, and they're going to call it out on Labby. Gagnon 1 for 3 from the line. Good ball game, 24-22. No lack of intensity here. This is for pride. No heel points that really to pick up when you're 17 and 18 and you're playing each other. All this is a matter of pride, school. We beat you, you beat us. Whether if it's on the football field as Lambert can't get it to go, the baseball diamond, any sporting event, cross country, football, anything you do. When it comes to Biddeford Thornton, the rivalry is nice to see. That's what's nice about the high school sports. It's all played for fun. These guys are out there, no money on the line, as we see some battling going on now. They're out there and they just want to do the best they can for their schools. Rick Gagnon can't get it to go. And coming out is DeRocher. He'll go to Agresti. Agresti will slow things down. And off the pick, off of Carroll's pick, and drives to the hoop. And I believe the Tigers pick up a personal foul. The foul might be on St. Louis. As Agresti goes to the line, it's on Rick Gagnon, 25, and that's 3 on Gagnon. So they'll get him out of the lineup. And going to the line is Agresti. Coming in, we're going to get some replacements now. Coming in for the big guy, Gagnon. Well, Perrell came in for St. Louis, and number 31, that's Tom Sorey, 6'4" senior, comes in. As Agresti hits the first one. And Sorey is an exchange student from Finland, in case you don't know. He's number 31. Ball goes to Dutremble in the corner. Three-point try by Don Perrell. Gets it off the glass, and we're going to get steps on Thornton Academy, and referee glaring at Mike Tate right now, and he was ready to put up the old T sign for technical, but to no avail. Mike really furious at that call. Outside shot by Dutremble. He can't get it to go. Labby just muscles his way in there and hits for two. Labby doing all his work inside, and very tough to stop. DeRosa now a 3-on-1, but Biddeford does get back nicely to avert the missing counter. We're an even 2 minutes to go. The Tigers up only by a basket, 26-24. It's a good basketball game, something you really expect and that you want to see played. Good hard-nosed basketball, nothing dirty. Good intense rivalry. Ball is missed by Gresti and comes down by Dutremble, and Magnet now leading the charge. Perrell, who's not afraid to take the three-pointer, and he's called for taking steps now. Looking at Ron Cody and Mike Tate on the sideline, somebody's volcano is going to explode before this one's over. Both coaches have expressed their disapprovals, shaking their heads, and they really get involved when it's a Biddeford Thornton game. We have a turnover. Pass is out of bounds, and it's Tiger ball into their own basket. Minute 38 to go till halftime. Dutremble likes to go outside, but comes in and can't get it to go. Labby again, turn around off the glass, can't get it to go. And Kevin Carroll, one of the leading rebounders along with DeRoches, he gets a rebound. Summers is going to drive now, gets his own rebound. He'll get a third chance here, as they're going to call a foul on Tom Sorey. Looked like some steps underneath by Summers, but it wasn't called. Sorey picks up his first personal foul. Comes at 1:19 to go in the quarter. And going to the line for the Trojans will be Chris Summers. Summers did a nice job going for his going for the rebound. Got 3 chances, and anytime you give somebody more than really one chance, and especially 2 chances, and you're asking for trouble. It's either going to be a converted hoop or it's going to be somebody picking up a foul, as Summers hits for his 5th point. Summers now 2 for 5 from the line. He missed his first 3, now has his last 2 to deadlock this thing at 26 apiece. A minute 10 to go in the first quarter. Outside shot. Dutremble is having a hard time with his shots tonight. Can't get the second one to go, but battles inside. Picks up the rebounds, and the basket's good. And we're going to get a foul. The basket's going to count. Give Dutremble a lot of credit for that. Looked like Summers on the other end of the court at that time, fighting for his own rebound. Got 3 chances at it. Like I said, either after 2 chances, you're either going to get a foul or you're going to get a converted basket. Dutremble picks up his 4th point, and the foul is on Kevin Carroll. That's his 3rd foul, and his 3-pointer, trying to convert a 3-pointer now, will be Dutremble. Can't get it to go. And the rebound is by TA. 3 fouls on Carroll, 3 on Poirier in the first quarter. All alone is DeRosa down court, goes up and can't get it to fall. All alone was Chenard and DeRosa down court. And DeRosa just simply, no excuses, just missed the basket. .47 seconds to go. We're going to get a call, and I believe it's on the violation on the Tigers. We're going to get a foul, another one, as Petrie comes back into the lineup. He'll be replacing, Tom Sorey. A foul for Biddeford, as we pick things up, is on 31 Sorey, and that's his 2nd foul, and he sits down. So Agresti, who's been deadly from that line thus far, he misses it. Rebound is little Dana Lambert. Lambert hits for his 2nd, for his 7th point. But little Dana Lambert, well, little, he's 5'8", one of the smaller people on the court at the moment. Gets the rebound, converts it. Very aggressive little player is Dana Lambert. I like watching the guards play basketball. They really make things happen. They quarterback the team. They come up with the big steals. They're exciting to watch. Oh, three-pointer by Perrell. Ron Perrell with a three-pointer. That's the third one we've seen tonight. You know, we've seen that three-point rule come into effect. Maybe we can talk to, oh, nice pass that time. And the layup again is missed by DeRocha at the buzzer, off the rim. A 20-footer by Dutremble, and he misses. But that's going to end it at halftime, and the score is the Biddeford Tigers 31, the Trojans 28. We'll be back with the, as we see the cheerleaders now lining up, we're going to be back with the halftime routine and some interviews and a recap after this commercial message. Okay, we're back at halftime. It is 31-28 Tigers lead, and we see the Biddeford cheerleaders getting ready to do their things, and we're going to be fortunate enough, if you stick around, to see meet a couple of the Tiger cheerleaders and get to talk to them a little bit. So we get to look at their routine here. They only have one senior on the squad. So let's just let them do their stuff, and while you're listening to them as they get ready and put the music on, let's get a look at the 1988 basketball Biddeford High School cheerleaders. Fine job by the cheerleaders from Biddeford, doing a little routine with Prince being the vocal part of it. We're going to get to talk to a couple of these girls as they head up here. We'll take a commercial break, and we'll be back for the interviews and halftime stats after this commercial message. Okay, we're back at halftime, and as I promised you, we have two lovely young ladies here. And of course, I was telling somebody in the stands a minute ago, it's a tough job to interview two beautiful girls, but somebody's got to do it, and I get the nod to do it. So what we'll do is, first of all, we'll introduce the young ladies. We'll ask them which class that they're in, and then maybe we'll get some questions about cheerleading. First of all, we have
Karen Talon, I'm a junior.
And I'm Michelle Chassie, I'm a senior.
Okay, girls cheerleading has really changed a lot. We were talking a little bit before the game. Back when I was growing up, I'm not going to mention how many years ago that was. About 5 years ago, cheerleading got to the point where it was just pom poms and a megaphone, and the girls used to stand there and yell out some cheers. Now it's seems like it's more athletically inclined. Have you noticed a change? You know, and how do you think it's changed? It's become more athletic, or?
Yeah, there's a lot more aerobics and acrobats, and it's more. Well, how would you say it?
Well, I think now the Maine Secondary School Principals Association has taken over because of the dangerous stunts we're now doing.
Now legally a sport.
So yes, now it is a sport. We've been earning our letter, but it's a lot more dangerous. They've noticed. I mean, a girl died because of cheering. People have been paralyzed, so now it is.
Yeah, it's really become a competitive thing, just like a sport, like you mentioned. It used to be a fun thing, and you used to get out there and cheer. Now it's a competitive thing. Who can, and there's a lot more different routines, and it seems to be a lot harder work than it used to be.
Definitely.
Okay, now how long have you both been cheerleading? Say, we'll start with Karen. How long have you been cheerleading, say, for varsity, both of you?
Okay, varsity, I've been cheering 2 years.
Since you've been a sophomore?
Yeah.
Right, and I've been cheering for 3 years. Sophomore year. When you're on varsity, you're not allowed to be on it when you're a freshman.
And you're also the captain of the cheerleading?
Right.
Okay. Now, how long have you been cheerleading all together? I know sometimes you start in junior high or whatever, so how long has it been since you've been cheerleading?
I cheered in the 8th grade, and then sophomore year I started again, so I've been cheering 3 years altogether.
3 years?
I've only been cheering for 3 years.
Okay, 3 years. What got you interested in cheerleading, first of all? I know everybody has to have an interest in to do something. You've got to have some kind of, I want to do that. What made you decide that you want to be a cheerleader?
Well, I always had this fantasy that I would be one day a cheerleader because I liked the way they jumped around and got the crowd going, and I just liked that so much that I really went out for it and did my best.
And I've always been a dancer, and I noticed there was a lot of dancing and cheering, and I thought of a way that I could put it within my school activities, so that's why I tried out.
Okay, now I know Karen's a junior, and do you plan on doing this again next year?
Definitely. I really love this, so I'm going to try again next year.
All right. Now we talked also a little bit about when you get out of, like football, basketball, you have to try out, right? And it's not the same cheerleaders. Now, how many girls tried out for, say, basketball and didn't make it, and like how many got down to JV?
Well, like about 40 or so tried out.
40 tried out, and 12 are on varsity, and 9 made it for junior varsity, and the rest were cut.
So it really becomes pretty competitive. Everybody kind of fighting for a position to be on a cheerleader. It's not something you can just say, I want to be a cheerleader, and then come out here on the course. So all the girls that are out here now have really earned their position.
Right. We have about a week of practice before we have tryouts, and then
it was different this year too because each individual had to make up their own routine, and that's a lot of work. So it was really tough.
How much of the game, in percentage-wise, do you think you get to see during the course of an event, of a cheerleading event?
Not much.
I guess basketball is easier to see than football.
Say a football game. Say, do you see 40%, 50%, or?
About less than 50. Yeah, about 40.
We watch the scoreboard most of the time to find out who has the ball. It's hard to see over the football players.
Yeah.
They're standing right in front of us.
Okay, so one more question. I guess I'll direct this to you. You're a senior, and you have any plans? I know we ask a lot of the seniors that you have to do something after you get out of school. Have you had any plans to go to college, or what are your plans right now?
Well, right now I am looking into a few colleges. Dance will be my major if I go, and if not, hopefully maybe professional companies or teaching. So anything that has to do with dance really is my future.
Okay, great. Well, I want to thank you two girls for coming on here, and we'll be looking at Karen again next year out here. And as for you, good luck, whatever you plan on doing. Thanks a lot. We really enjoy watching you out there. Okay, you're all set. Okay, that about wraps things up, and I think what we're going to do, as I get my stat sheet in order here, we're going to pick up some quick stats. Is Dave Labby with 14, Dew Trumbull with 4, St. Louis with 3, a three-pointer, Gagnon with 3, Peril with 3, Magnet with 2 for Biddeford. They have 30. These are all unofficial, by the way, because I'm in a position where I'm doing stats and play-by-play, so I may miss a point here and there. 31 points for Biddeford. They were 5 for 12 from the line. TA was 9 for 16 from the line. Agresti leading along with Labby, is the leading scorers. He has 14. Dana Lambert has 7. Chris Summer has 6. Foul trouble, Poirier has 3. Carroll has 3. On Biddeford's end of it, Gagnon has 3. Dutrumbull 2, and Sorry 2. Magnet 2. Those are the people. It's 31-28 at halftime. The Tigers lead this one, and we're going to be back with the third quarter of action. And again, we have some more interviews. We want to thank our halftime guests. So we'll be back after this commercial message. Okay, we're back as we see TA with the basketball. They trail it by 3. It was a good first half of basketball. And we see an outside shot by Bill Poirier, and that's missed. We'll pick up the players on the court as the quarter progresses here. We see Magnet now number 10. Petrie is 14. Labby's 21. St. Louis is 23. And the Dutrumbull's 30, as we see Labby making a move to the basket, up and in by Poirier. Dave Labby, as we said, these stats are unofficial. So I know I'm in the ballpark in the vicinity. And we're going to get a foul on Agresti driving to the hoop. We're going to pick up the Thornton Academy. That's only Jay's first foul. We're going to pick up the TA lineup. 21 is DeRocha, 33 is Chris Summer, 51 is Carroll, 13 is Agresti, 43 is Bill Poirier. So that's what we have out there right now. We're in the third quarter. We're at Biddeford Tiger Gymnasium, home of the Biddeford Tigers. Tigers in the white, Trojans in the maroon. Nice drive to the basket by Dave Labby. Dave Labby unofficially with 18 points out of the Tiger 35. He's accounted for 50% of the scoring. We have a long shot by Agresti, no good. Biddeford, St. Louis tries to save it. In the meantime, decides he'd like to go sell some tickets. Busting through the doors, uninjured. Comes back in. We're in the opening minute, 7 seconds of the third. We have 6:53 left to go. Carroll underneath on a feed by Summer, and he can't get it to fall, and the Tigers come out with it. Biddeford scored 4 unanswered points, opening up a 7-point lead. Petrie thought about it, but then thought twice. Now he goes for it on a feedback from Dutrumbull. A little give and go to Dutrumbull. And Petrie picks up his first 2 points. Senior at 6'1". DeRocha gets the ball. Tipped by St. Louis by Poirier. Poirier in now for the jump shot. He can't get it to fall. And Dutrumbull with the basket. It's going to be a timeout right here. Definitely if... I would say if Biddeford scores again, I think Mike Tate's going to want to talk about it. He's standing up now and he signals to his team. That's what it is. It's a timeout. Saw Mike signaling timeout. So with the score, Biddeford 37, Thornton Academy 28. We see the Thornton Academy cheerleaders. You know, cheerleading, that was a nice little conversation we had at halftime. Glad to have the girls on. Really, it's become a sport. There's no question about it. It's competitive. It's dangerous. Normally, you would have thought of cheerleading as that. And in college, when you get to look at your major college games on TV, a lot of times you will see male cheerleaders out there now. That's another question I forgot to ask the girls about. You see a lot of girls. You see the dangerous stunts that they perform, and they even have contests now. On football fields, different universities compete against each other. So I'll tell you, it's not easy anymore. Anything you do, you earn it.
Yeah, we're doing good. I'm going to call the timeout.
So it was a Trojan timeout with 6:14 to go in the third quarter. They'll get the ball at midcourt after a bit of a turnover, and they have yet to score in this quarter. It's 37-28. The Tigers lead. The Tigers have scored 6 points in this quarter. Dana Lambert now in the lineup, number 11. He's out to give Agresti a rest. Jay's out for the first time. They go to Poirier. Poirier loses the ball. Stealing it is Dutrumbull. Outlet pass to Labby. Labby likes to drive, and they're going to call a foul on maybe Bill Poirier again or Kevin Carroll. We're going to wait and pick it up. If it's Poirier, it'll be 4. And we're looking at the board now, and oh, they say Chris Summer. Okay, well, I guess I missed it. Chris Summer picks up his 3rd personal foul. Excuse me. First shot is made by Dave Labby. Hopefully after the game, stick around. If you enjoy those interviews, you'll enjoy these also. I just enjoy these. I'm sure the kids enjoy it too. And we're hoping to have Jay Agresti and Dave Labby on. As you see Steve DeRocha driving to the hoop, and he finally picks up 2 points. DeRocha gets on the board now. As streamers again come down for the first Thornton Academy points of the second half. They did it in the first half, and when Chris Summers scored the first basket of the game for Thornton, and they do it again now as DeRocha hits the first. 5.5 to go in the third. Tigers up by 9, 39-30. St. Louis, 15-footer, and it's air ball, and Poirier picks it up, outlets it to Lambert. Lambert tries to go in the middle to Carroll, and it's intercepted by Labby. Petrie from three-point land decides not to go with it. Inside to Labby. Labby makes a nice move inside Poirier. Saves it, tries to bounce it off a TA player. As we have bodies diving all over the court. And we're going to get a foul. Good hustling that time by Dave Labby, making things happen out there. And we're going to get a foul maybe on Bill Poirier. Okay, wait a minute, excuse me, on Dana Lambert. I was looking at the scuffle that was going on under the battle for the ball. Lambert only picks up his first foul, and going to the line will be Jason Petrie. We're under 5 to go with 4:58, and Petrie hits the first one. These two teams, we're going to say it again. The girls' game, the Biddeford varsity girls' game, will be at the Steve White Gym February 18th on a Thursday, as Petrie misses a second and battle for the rebound. Dutremble goes up, no good, and TA gets it. Bill Poirier muscling the rebound down. Boys' game will be the 19th at Linnell Gymnasium. Both those games finish off the regular season game. That's when those games are scheduled, unless any cancellations. St. Louis drives, and we're going to get a foul. As Poirier is down and injured. I believe he got stepped on in the ensuing drive. But he gets up now, and we're going to get some replacements. Agresti coming in for Poirier, or Carroll coming in for Poirier. Agresti comes in for Dana Lambert. (40-30), an even 10 points, biggest lead of the game. Summers looks for Carroll now, he gets it back. Ball deflected off Agresti's hands at midcourt. Nice bounce pass from Labby to Petrie, and they can't get it to go. Slowing it down now is Steve DeRocha. Biggest lead of the game has been 10. That's where we stand. First quarter score was 17-13. Then at halftime it was 31-28 Biddeford. Couple of 3-point, 4-point and 3-point lead. Summers follow a driving jumper. And we're going to get a foul as Summers seems to be shaken up a little bit. It's been an aggressive game, that's for sure. It's been a clean but aggressive game. That's probably the best way to put it. And a lot of intensity. Both teams really wanting to win this one. First meeting of the two teams. The Biddeford and Thornton girls have met twice. Foul is on Petrie, and that's his second one. And missing from the line is Chris Summer. Misses the first one. Petrie picks up his second personal foul. He'll get another. Summers hits the second. Ball tipped away by Chenard and off of a Biddeford player, so it'll be TA's ball. Agresti leads the team out now. Over to DeRocha. foul deflection, and it's going to be off Dutremble, and it's TA basketball. Good crowd on hand in Tiger Gym for this one. The ball out of bounds, and again it's TA's ball. A little ragged play thus far. Some of the scores, they both beat the same clubs as we've mentioned. Summers now has the ball. We'll get to some of these scores in a second. Inside they go to Kevin Carroll. Carroll makes a nice move to the basket for 2 points, and that's his first bucket of the game. And TA has gone from a 10-point deficit to a 7-point deficit now. As Labby is going to be tripped up, and he's mad, and he wails the ball. Dave got tripped up very angrily. He made a drive to the hoop. And we're going to get a foul. And going to the line will be, well, no, not going to the line, excuse me. Carroll picks up his 4th personal foul, by the way. I'm going to mention the scores of these teams. Biddeford beat Massabesic by 11. Going up is Labby again. It's been Dave Labby. Full length court stolen by Labby. Lands on his back. We'll have to see if he's all right. Dave gets up. He's a hustler. No question. He reminds me a lot of Dave Dumont. I believe he wears the same number Dumont did. I believe Dumont had 21 for Biddeford. We got replacements. Dana Lambert in for Kevin Carroll. Dana Lambert in for Summers. Carroll comes out. Chenard and Poirier are in as the big guys. Biddeford beat Massabesic 64-53. Dutremble had 20 points in that one. Biddeford beat Bon Eagle only by 2, 70-68. Labby at 30 points. Dutremble at 19. Ball stolen now by Ray Magnet in the game. Magnet makes a nice drive by Lambert to the hoop. And Ray Magnet, the sophomore, gets his 4th point with 2.5 minutes to go. The Tigers 11-point lead. We're going to get a foul on Dave Labby, fouling Bill Poirier. Really the aggressive game and all the points that Labby has scored, he's only picked up 2. Okay, as we come back to play, we had a little bit of equipment adjustment. The Tigers have picked up a foul. No scoring has transpired during that brief away from play. We now have 1:51 to go till the 3rd quarter, and it's 44 still 33. We get replacements. The foul Biddeford was on number 10. That's on Ray Magnet, and Magnet picks up his 3rd personal foul. At the line is Agresti, and he misses his first shot. And he hits. As Agresti hits the second one, it's now a 10-point lead. Petrie now has the ball, being guarded heavily by Summers. That's St. Louis. Bounce pass goes to Magnet. Dutremble turnaround jumper up and in by Sean Dutremble. 6 points for Sean Dutremble. Pass from DeRocha to Lambert. Nice try to scoop pass without looking is Agresti. And errant pass. Minute to go in this 3rd quarter of play. The Tigers up by 12. Dave Labby will slow things up. Dave Labby's just been a force, as he has been all season. Now a stolen. And Agresti will go up, and he hits the 2. And Agresti's been the Thornton Academy leader, as we both talked about at the pregame outset. And hopefully both of those young men are going to want to come out. And Chris Summer kind of puts his arms up like saying, what am I doing? And the ref says, well, you just committed a foul. Chris now has 3 personal fouls. Oh, I've got him listed at 4, and yes, okay, on the board they do put the 4 up now. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, he sits down with 4 personal fouls, and coming back in is Jeff Shenard. 46 seconds to go. Tigers have a 10-point lead. They had a 12-point lead. It's been their biggest lead as Dutrumble makes the first one. Dutrumble injured himself in against Portland early in that basketball game. And the Tigers really missed him. He's another one of those leaders out there who likes to take a lot of shots. Ray Magnet wanted to become a spectator that time, dove into the bleachers. Tigers pressing. Bill Poirier gets it now to Agresti, the best ball handler. He's double teamed by a triple team now. Gets by everybody, stops about 5 feet out and misses. Good play by Agresti to beat the press though. It's out on Biddeford. Nice bit of ball handling that time. 33 seconds to go till the third. Dana Lambert head fakes it. Now it goes to Shinard in the corner to Agresti. Agresti, and there's going to be a foul on Petrie, I believe. And Petrie will pick up his 3rd personal foul. Agresti has been dangerous from that line. So Tigers up 48-36, and Agresti will get 2. And he hits the first one. Agresti had 14 first half points. Agresti with now 2 free throws. St. Louis coming down, and no foul was called. St. Louis was knocked down. TA steals it. Lambert now driving to the hoop, up and in. And we're going to get a foul, though, I believe, on Lambert, and the basket's going to count. The basket will count by Dana Lambert. Lambert now has 9 points in the game, and he also picks up his 2nd personal foul. We have 5 seconds to go. Labby will go up and hits, but that'll be it. Time will expire, and that's the 3rd quarter of action from Tiger Gymnasium with the score. The Biddeford Tigers 50, the Trojans 38. We'll be back for the 4th quarter. Okay, we're back as the Biddeford Tiger cheerleaders again doing their stuff and coming off the gym floor. They all do a fine job, that's for sure. Okay, 50-38, the Tigers lead this one after 3. The leading scorers unofficially, and I might add unofficially, I have Dave Labby at 24 points after 3 quarters and 19 for Jay Agresti. Those are the leaders in the game thus far. And we're hoping for some interviews after the game with both those players. Well, we're going to get a foul, and I believe it's on Bill Poirier. The expression that's on his face, it is Bill Poirier. And that's 4 on Bill. So now TA has Kevin Carroll and Poirier with 4. Also, Chris Summer has 4, I believe. While the only Tigers in foul trouble as the ball is missed by Labby. 3 fouls on Petrie, Gagnon, and Magnan. Gagnon not really out there at the moment. Agresti, 3-pointer, no good. Petrie with the rebound. And the outlet pass to Magnet. They go to Dutrumble. Dutrumble likes the outside shot, but can't get it to fall. Petrie with a nice rebound. A pass to Labby is good, and he was fouled by, I believe, DeRocha. Dave Labby is having himself a game. I know he scored 30 at one point in the season. And the foul is on 21 DeRocha. We get replacements. Labby hits. He'll also get a free throw try, as the foul, I said, is on DeRocha. And Labby hits the free throw. Biddeford's biggest lead is now 15 points. We mentioned the scores. Biddeford girls, both JV varsity, both won. As up and in that time is Kevin Carroll with the rebound off a Dana Lambert miss. But the Tiger JV boys won earlier. Dutrumble airballs it. Paul Bose really partially tipped. 7:01 to go in the fourth quarter of action. These teams will meet once again in Saco, February 19th on a Friday. Dutrumble outside, a 15-footer, and Dutrumble hits. And Dutrumble had 4 points at halftime, and he has 8 points this quarter. He's in double figures with 12 now. 15-point Biddeford lead, biggest one of the game. Hook shot by Carroll, and it's missed. Tigers beginning to open this one up. Bounce pass, they go to Dutrumble, and he hits. Dutrumble heating up. The two leaders, Dutrumble and Labby, coming on. It's always fun to talk to students of Biddeford and Thornton or Orchard. Anytime we do a game somewhere. Ball is missed by Chris Summer. Hopefully in the next games we do, we can have more interviews. I think the kids look forward to doing them. And we're going to pick up a foul inside. As we see Bill Poirier coming back into the lineup for Chenard, who will sit it out. The foul is on number 35 for the Trojans. That was Chenard. And he only picks up, that's his first personal foul. He's a 6'4" junior. Petrie's a senior, though, and he hits the first one. Biggest Tiger lead, 58-40, 18 points. We're under 6 to go in the fourth quarter of action. 59-40. Biddeford just beginning to open this thing up. They really started opening things up at the beginning of the third quarter. They had a 31-28 lead. Close game. They came out, scored some unanswered points, and from then on it's been Tigers in the second half. DeRocha will take the shot and misses. Carroll goes up, uses his height, and Carroll converts for his 6th point of the game. One of Carroll's better outputs was against BE when he had 10 points. And we're going to pick up a foul on Thornton Academy, and that will send dangerous Dave Labby to the line. 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Agresti back into the lineup. Coming out will be Steve DeRocha, and Mike Tate wants a timeout before Labby gets his free throws. And I think we're going to take a commercial break right here with 5:15 to go in the fourth. It's Biddeford 59, Thornton 42. We'll be back after we pay a few bills. Okay, we're back as Dave Labby gets to attempt some free throws. Unofficially, Dave has 27 points thus far, but he misses that one. He'll get a chance to make it 28, and he does, and he adds to his total. Dave having a fine game, still has 5 minutes and 10 seconds to add to that amount, and Biddeford still has a chance to, still has 5 minutes, 15 seconds to hold on to their lead. Agresti can't get it to fall away jump shot from the baseline. Dutrumble bounce passes it. Oh, scoop shot is up and in by Ray Magnet. Pretty play. That was a beautiful play by Ray Magnet. And also drawing a foul is Magnet. Just a nice heads-up play by Ray Magnet. He now has 6 points. Bill Poirier, 5 fouls. He fouls out of the basketball game. Well, Poirier will head on to the bench. His evening work is done.
I think he's a little upset. He don't even want to talk to his teammates.
And okay, 4:55 to go. Going into the lineup, Kevin Carroll, Steve DeRocher, Chris Summer, Jay Agresti, and Dana Lambert out there for TA now. Biddeford at the foul line, chance to commit a 3-point play, and he does. Is Ray Magnet. 7 points now for Ray. We're going to get some steps called by Thornton. Now we have a 21-point Biddeford lead, 63-42, trying to go for a sweep for Biddeford girls basketball. We have 4:40 to go in the fourth quarter. And ball being, looks like a ping pong tournament going on right now. Back and forth, the layup by Dutrumble is no good. Labby just steals it away. Can't get it to fall. He was looking for a foul, but he couldn't get one. As we're going to get a foul, or yeah, Jay Agresti goes to the line. For Biddeford, Jamie St. Louis picking up his second personal foul. Jamie, as we see Agresti hit his first one. St. Louis against EL had 13 points in the EL game. And Agresti goes up and in. 2 shots for Agresti, and that's 21 points unofficially for Agresti. So both Agresti and Labby having nice games. It's been a very intense game, there's no question about it. Fans been into this one, the players. Biddeford's mainly been aggressive from inside. Labby really controlling the boards along with Dutrumble having a nice night. We have 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Up by Dave Labby and in Dave Labby. Been the Dave Labby show, no question about it. Dana Lambert, 3-point land. He hit one earlier from there. Nice save that time by St. Louis to Dutrumble. Outlet pass to Magnet. Magnet up and in. Good hustling work, good passing by St. Louis and Dutrumble. Assisting on that one. 9 points now for St. Louis. 9 points for Magnet as Agresti comes down and hits. And triple team that time was Magnet. 3:10 to go in the fourth quarter. The Tigers 67, the Trojans 46. Petrie can't get it to go, and we're going to get a foul on Petrie, I believe. 3:03 to go in this one. Going to the line will be Steve DeRosa. Foul was on Petrie, and Petrie, that's 4 personal fouls on Petrie. Well, we're just going to hope that we get some interviews after the game. It's always nice when we can talk to some young men. One second ticks off, and it's Thornton Academy's ball. They go inside to DeRosa, off the glass. Again, can't get it to go. And DeRosa's having his problems here. Corner shot, that's Dutremble. Air ball, but Labby right there for the rebound. And I'll tell you, Labby's had his way underneath. As Thomas, so we're going to get some replacements. We see 4 Biddeford players ready to come into the lineup. Agresti can't hit from the outside, and Petrie is double teamed momentarily. Now gets the ball down to Dutremble. And they go inside once again. Labby off a Thornton player, off Carroll, and heads up play. I'll tell you, this kid's smart. Intelligent on the floor, and I'm sure the Tigers will get a big hand. 69-46. We're going to get replacements. Unofficially, Labby has around 33-34. We'll get the totals after the game. We're going to put in some, as DeRosa comes out for Thornton also. In for Thornton is number 25. That's Ed Pendleton, the senior at 5'10". We'll pick up the Biddeford changes in a moment. Rick Gagnon's in there at 25. Tom Sorry's 31. Tigers have Chris Goulette, a sophomore at 6'1". I believe a backup quarterback for the football team who got hurt earlier in the year. And we're going to have a violation in the lane, a foul on the Tigers, I believe. 69-46. We have 2:11 to go. We mentioned some of the people in there now. Again, Perril's back in, number 22. Perril has the 3-pointer this evening. And Jason Kennedy, 24, also in there, a senior. At the line, though, is Ed Pendleton. Pendleton hits the first one. Pendleton's a 5'10" senior guard. Looking over these, as Pendleton hits both. Gagnon can't get it to go. Pendleton comes down with the rebound, and Agresti, who's still in the basketball game, brings the ball out. Agresti can't get it to go, and Biddeford Jason Kennedy goes for the ball now and comes down with it. Kennedy tries, nice pass. Dumps a TA player in the process. As we get more replacements, we're going to try to pick these kids up as they come in. Agresti, I believe, comes out. He's played a fine basketball game. 31 for TA. Coming into the lineup is Scott Petty, a senior, a 5'9" guard. Summers, I believe, will get fouled by number 22, Don Perril. Perril will be committing his second personal foul. The score is 69-48. Minute 32 to go in this one. TA has 7 juniors on their roster, 1 sophomore, and 5 seniors. So 7 juniors coming back. As Summers hits the first one, and he'll get another try. Poirier Carroll will be graduating, and really, as far as starting wise, that's it on the lineup. As far as starters, Carroll and Poirier will be leaving, and we'll get to the Biddeford roster, tell you who they got coming back and who the seniors are, as we have a violation against Biddeford. On the Biddeford end of things, the Tigers have 7 seniors, 2 sophomores, and 3 juniors on their roster. So the Tigers mostly a veteran club. The team they have on the floor tonight, a lot of them will be leaving, as Thornton Academy has 7 juniors, so Mike Tate may have something to look forward to next year. Agresti will be back. Steve DeRocha will be back. Summers, another year. Dana Lambert. So maybe this isn't the year for Thornton. Maybe next year we'll have some experienced plays. What it does to some of these guys is give them experience. Kennedy comes down, outlet pass to Perrell, but Perrell can't hold on. It's stolen. Kennedy has the ball stolen by Lambert. Lambert goes from 3-point land, in and out. Battle for the rebound. Hook shots, no good. Sorry. Nice long pass to Rick Gagnon. And Gagnon is going to be fouled by Dana Lambert. Lambert picks up a foul. So stick around. Hopefully we'll get some interviews. It's been 69-49. Biddeford Tiger 20-point lead. We only have 24 seconds left in this basketball game. And Gagnon gets to go to the line. They're trying to hit the 70 mark. Again, it's a 20-point Biddeford lead. Gagnon on the evening has 3 points. He'll try his second as he misses his first, and he hits his second. So with 20 seconds to go, Lambert tries to go inside to Carroll, and we're going to get a foul on Jason Kennedy. And all academic, Kennedy picks up his second foul, and what it'll do is put Kevin Carroll, who has a total of 6 points at the line. 16 seconds to go. The Tigers hold on to a 21-point lead, 70-49. It's been Dave Labby for Biddeford. Dew Trumbull's chipped in for Thornton Academy. As you see, Carroll hitting for his 7th point of the game, 70-50. An even score right now. It's been Agresti. 51, 70-51. The Tigers lead it by 19 points. 15 seconds to go. They may just run this thing down for the last shot. They try to go inside. They do to Gagnon. Off the glass, up and in. And Gagnon gets his 6th point. And that'll do it with 1 second to go. Pendleton at the buzzer, off the glass, no good. And that'll end it. Final score, Biddeford 72, Thornton 51. We'll be back for post-game comments. Hopefully some interviews after this commercial break. Okay, post-game show as we're waiting for another member, but we'll start off with, we have Jay Agresti here. Jay, one of the stars of this evening. One of the high points of the Thornton Academy loss, of the low point of the night. 23 points on the evening unofficially for Jay, as Dave Labby, our other scheduled guest, has 32, leading scorer in the game. Jay, a little bit about the game first of all, as we see Dave making his way out now. Good first half, 17-13, 31-28, but I noticed second half they started pulling away a little bit, and from then on it just seemed like you guys weren't in the game.
Yeah, we came out flat. You know, we wanted to stop by pressing, but you know they broke it, and their press hurt us, and we could never come back when they took that 11-point lead in the third quarter. You know, we could come back.
Okay, I noticed, you know, we talked a little bit about the roster towards the end of the game, and I noticed you had 2 seniors, Bill Poirier and Kevin Carroll, leaving. But after that, you've got a sophomore, and you have 7 juniors, including yourself, on the team. Does that really, you know, make you, you know, does that make it worth like waiting for and saying, well, next year, you know, what you guys are doing right now is gaining experience?
Yeah, you know, look forward to next year because the juniors that are playing now get experience. And by next year, you know, we should be, okay, better, probably a little better than this year,
Yeah, I know it's tough always coming out after a loss, and a lot of times we don't get our scheduled guest on, when they do lose. So it's really a lot of class and character that you're out here doing this thing, and I just want to thank you for coming out. But I want to ask you about the 3-point shot. I know you're a big person when it comes to the 3-point shot. I'm sure personally you must like it. What do you think it adds to the game?
well, like when we were down by 12, if we could have hit a couple of them, we could have came back in. They just weren't there.
Yeah.
And when you get the lead, it opens up the inside for the big men, like Dave, 32. So.
Yeah, it does open up for Dave, which we'll get to in a moment. Okay, mainly I think I'll wrap it. I don't want to keep you waiting. I know you got to head back. Going to Saco. Good luck the rest of the season. Hopefully, good luck the rest of the season, and we'll see you next year too. Okay? Thanks a lot. Okay, Jay Agresti. Dave, come on in. We can get Dave now as both those guys going in. We get some nice bit of sportsmanship on Jay. Dave, congratulations.
Thanks.
We just mentioned that you and Jay were the leaders in the EM. Of course, this is unofficial because I've got to tally up myself. I had you at 32 and I had Jay at 23. Whether or not that's right, well, we'll go from there. But I was telling Jay about, first of all, a little bit about the game. For a good first quarter, good second quarter, and it looked like it was going to be a real close, intense game. Did you guys do anything at halftime or talk about anything, and that you opened things up, or did it just happen?
No, the coach just came out and said, I think we're a better team than they are. Let's go out and show that we can play better, much better than they.
I noticed you've had a lot of success inside this year, and I know Sean played inside last year a lot, and now he can afford with some of the bigger guys inside to shoot some outside shots. He had trouble at the beginning, but he came along and he got himself in double figures. But did you notice you had a lot of success inside against him tonight?
Yeah, we did. Throughout the whole year, game has definitely been inside. Yeah. We've had Rick Gagnon, 6'5" center, has been doing a nice job for us. The exchange student, Thomas Story, has been helping us out a lot. And myself. And we've been pounding it inside, and that's been our strength so far. And when Sean's hot from outside, it's really tough to beat us, from the inside or the outside.
I know it's going to be frustrating. I know you guys, we'll get to the records in a moment. I know you're 3-7 now, I believe, is your record. And I know team-wise it's going to be a little frustrating. I know you lost Sean for a game or whatever, due to an injury, 2 games, and that hurt. But what does it mean personally? I know you got to be satisfied with what the job that you guys, seniors, that you're leading. I noticed. I reminded you were in the same number Dave Dumont did, I think, right? Yeah. And I noticed you guys remind me a lot of them too. You were the leaders, you were the seniors, and you both play the same. It seems like clones, that have walked right back in, put their uniforms on, But it must be some satisfying experience that you've been playing well this year.
Yeah. I am happy with the way I'm playing, but I'd much rather, right now have a better record. We lost to Noble and to Deering without Sean, and they were both pretty good games. And I have to think that if we had Sean, it would have been a different outcome. But as far as the team goes, I think we're doing a lot better. We're going to try to, win as many games as we can down the stretch, and see what we can do if we can possibly make the tournament.
Class A, they've changed it, haven't they, this year? I made a mistake in the girls' game, and I'm sure I'm going to be corrected by by somebody. I said that normally it's the top 8 teams that made it. This year it's, I believe, 11, is it?
I think it's 11 or 12. I'm not quite sure.
More teams a chance this year. Some of the teams that hovered around the 8-9 spot in the past are going to make it now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're a senior, and I'm sure we're going to try to have Sean on next game. And you have any plans after you get out of school yet? Do you have any plans? Something you're thinking about, maybe a college or things that you'd like to do?
Yes, I've applied to 4 colleges: Lyndon State, University of Maine, University of Southern Maine, and University of Maine at Farmington. I've been accepted at all but University of Maine at Orono so far. They haven't replied. Looks like right now I'm going to USM, and Coach Brown's talked to me, and I'd like to go play for him if possible.
Yeah, good coach. And
very good coach.
And of course you'll be playing basketball, and as you do very well out here as we've seen. Well, I want to thank you to come out, being our guest, and good luck the rest of the season, Dave. Okay? Thanks for coming out. Thank you, Coach, for us too. Thank Ron and Mike Tate for having these fine gentlemen on. And we're going to recap this thing. Dave Labby with 32, Dutrumbull with 12, Gagnon with 6, Magnet with 9, Perro with 3, St. Louis with a 3-pointer. For Thornton Academy scoring went like this: Agresti 23, 9 for Dana Lambert, 8 for Kevin Carroll, 8 for Chris Summer, 2 for DeRocher. Final score from the Tiger Gym in Biddeford is 72 for Biddeford, 51 for Thornton Academy. These teams do meet again February 19th, Linnell Gymnasium in Saco. It's been fun. It was a good first half, and that's Biddeford Thornton basketball. You never know what to expect when these 2 teams meet. And I want to thank our halftime guests, the cheerleaders. They did a tremendous job, as they always do. Post-game guests here, and Jay Agresti. I want to thank Mike Tate and Dave Labby and Ron Cody. Our cameraman's been Bob McKinney, who took some nice pictures tonight. My name's Andy Poirier, and we want to remind you again, this has been BT Video Sports. The final score once again, before we leave off the air, 72 for Biddeford, 51 for Thornton Academy. Good night.